This is what the Satakoy Church looked like back in 1991. That's Topa Topa Bluff standing tall behind it at over 6,000 feet. The bluff is located 20 miles due northeast of Ventura, California. And this is where we're going to be adventuring up Santa Paula Creek, located 6 miles southeast of the bluff. This is the way this slope looked in 1988, covered with a lot of big cone spruce. It's a rugged area with a lot of bluffs of its own. This is going to be one of the main natural attractions we're going to be looking at as we adventure along this creek. There's some wildlife around that catches your attention. We're going to find that it's the water that makes this trip. This creek winds and falls and is constantly changing. Andy at 11 knows this creek area pretty well. It's early spring and that water's cold. You're going to find that that doesn't keep him or his sister Emily at 9 out of that water. Even in the middle of winter, when the water's at flood stage, these kids are soaking wet. Here, Emily at 12 years old is enjoying Megan's company. Emily and Amy are having a good time here. Here's Andy and Emily again with Dad and Andrew this time. That rock's got away about as much as he does. It's dam building time. Looks like he's done that before. These are creek walkers, a necessary item. A lot of talent in this group. It's important to know when to take a break. This is Andy's clay pot, kiln dried in the fire pit. They've got something going here. It looks like Emily is carving a tool. And it looks like it's getting to be a process. Well, I'm getting the big picture now. They worked at it, but unfortunately we didn't have any fish for dinner. Does that water look cold? It was. All right, that's Mom. She's getting in the act. Oh, he's got something spotted. What? That's a turtle. Here's the gang checking out the turtle at the dam. And he was a cute little turtle. And look at that. There's all kind of wildlife around. And speaking of wildlife, here's Emily, bearing the elements and flexing some muscle. We're working our way up the creek and we haven't gotten here yet, the punch bowls. There's still more to see. Here we find Dad and Andy camping at Big Cone Camp. There's a lot of beauty to see around this green, flat, beautiful campground. We were quite impressed with this guy. It's a water ouzel. He was taking our bait here. We're getting close to the punch bowls here, but we're not there yet. From the campground here, we can take a quarter-mile trail that leads up to the top of this knoll. And from there, you get a great aerial view of the punch bowls. Here, the adventurers have found a great lunch spot. It looks like Andy here is getting ready to go backpacking. Well, it's Andy, Emily, Jonathan, and Adam. And they just can't wait to get going. That's Big Cone and Cross Camp, not an easy hike. It's going to be important to spend some time at the corral before we head up the hill. These rocks we affectionately refer to as the bird poop trail marker. It's important that we know what poison oak looks like. The lichen here is pretty and isn't poisonous. These Indian grind holes are around, but they're hard to find. These horny toads are always fun to catch. You definitely want to pay attention and watch where you're stepping. Sometimes it's important to stop and take a break and just smell the roses. And voila! We finally make it to the punch bowl. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Needless to say, that's not one of our group. And neither was this guy. As we continue to climb up the creek, we finally come to moon rocks. We get a little bit more of a view up here, but we've also arrived at the swing area. There goes Jonathan. You couldn't keep Emily out of that cold water. She makes it look easy. Doesn't look that deep, does it? It looks like Andy's going to give it a shot here. Looks like he's getting some height there. And that's the way it's done. Emily's got to give it one last swing. Marty has the perfect view. Even this lizard is enjoying the festivities. And finally, after 4 miles, we reach Cross Camp. Time to get warmed up on the moon rocks. And it's time to pitch camp. I think they're happy to have those packs off. Looks like it's time to kick back and have some snacks. I guess it could have been a little bit neater. The necessary chore of water filtering. It must be about dinner time. That special time of the day. I know this guy developed an appetite. The lap of luxury. The campsite's located right close to the creek, where a lot of waterfalls are evident. It looks like Andy's involved in a nice, friendly algae fight. I think those two have something in view over there. Why, it looks like Upper Falls. Quite the quality falls. Oh, looks like somebody up there. Oh, it's just Andy and Emily climbing up the falls. I'm hoping they know what they're doing. Looks like Dad decided to join them. Quite the happy camper. What's Dad up to? Looks like no good. Oops, it actually broke. Andy and Adam are getting an up-close view as we follow the creek up the gorge, slow but sure on the slippery rocks. It helps to be sure-footed. Those mountain goats are still at it. I'm not sure what Andy's going to do with that mattress. The meeting of the minds. It looks like they've arrived. It's the slide area. And the action begins. It looks like fun. Oh, I can tell Marty's into this. And here comes Jonathan. Oh yeah. And now it's Emily. Yeah, she's tearing up the track. And it's Andy taking over. He's heading for a landing. Oh, he caught some air there. Ka-splash. And that's the way it's done. He made it look simple. I hate it when that happens. Now we've moved camp and we're taking the trail up to Jackson Camp. Taking a break to smell the roses. Or to be more specific, the Brodia flower. Yep, watch your step. Wouldn't want to hurt a California poppy. It's back on the trail. Well, you can sure tell it's springtime with all those flowers. Okay, what's over there? You can see the Narrows down there. That's why we're taking the high road. We're getting close to Jackson Camp. And here's camp finally. Boy, that's quite the tent. The creek's flowing a little slower up here at 4,000 feet. Here's some nice side streams flowing off the bank. And he's quite the fisherman. Well, I'm glad to see that tent. Definitely a step up from that tube tent. Time to kick back. It's been a good outing. Nothing like a good warm fire at the end of a day. And that's all there is of Santa Paula Creek.